Today's video is about an old folklore tradition, which is something that it goes back hundreds of years, and the reason why it went on for so long is because it's one of those things which combines a certain amount of Christian faith along with the more, I would say, earthly folklore beliefs that used to be held by the old Suffolk people. And it's something which, it wasn't just in Suffolk, it was in the whole of East Anglia and probably around England as well, but it was the act of giving soul cakes for All Hallows Eve. But it wasn't just around then, it was the festival of All Hallows Tide. So you'd got All Hallows Eve, and you'd got Old Souls Day and All Saints Day. It was all that period of those 3 days. People would make these soul cakes, and soul cakes are basically a little shortbread biscuit, and it would have lots and lots of butter in it, nutmeg and various spices. And it's something which it started to die out in the 1800s because there were a lot of church people that believed that having something which tied in the old ways with the Christian faith wasn't quite the done thing. But these little soul cakes, they would have the mark of the cross on them, and they would be baked in my area, in old Suffolk homes, whether it was little thatched cottages in villages to houses in towns, and it was a way of honouring the dead. And the way in which they were used, it was something which people really believed connected them to those that they had lost and their ancestors and people that had gone before them. And a soul cake was given to your neighbours and your friends and family. They would be shared amongst those that were dear to you, and in return they would reciprocate, they would share theirs back with you. Prayers were often said when they were handed over, or when people were eating them. There was a whole tradition around consuming these soul cakes. They used to be laid out on plates for the dead, in case because the veil was supposedly thin around that time of year, then in case they were hungry on their journey, then maybe they would partake in the soul cakes that were made for them. And also they were something which people felt they had a proper connection to their land and what faith they might believe in, and a real belief that their dear departed wasn't too far away from them. So the whole act of making them and baking them was classed as a very important thing to do, and the sharing of them and going house to house, which ties in with the more modern way of celebrating Halloween, where people go from house to house for, reasons like trick or treating and that kind of stuff. So it was almost like a precursor to people going to one another's homes or going up and down the streets trying to get treats, whereas back then it was to do with sharing these soul cakes in honour of the dead. People also used to think that by sharing these biscuits, that they were helping souls that were stuck in purgatory. They were helping them by honouring them, that they would find peace sooner. So being able to want your loved ones who have gone to find peace is something which is a very dear thing to many people. So you can imagine people all those hundreds of years ago, when it was dark at night and maybe there was misty lanes and little villages where the thatched cottages, a little bit of light was coming from the windows, and there would be people quietly and respectfully going door to door, visiting their friends, their family, people they knew within their own towns and villages, and they would all be practicing this old folklore tradition and custom. So do you do anything nice for All Hallows Eve? Maybe you might start making soul cakes. Who knows? But whatever you do, I hope that you have a peaceful and respectful one. And remember, there's a lot of old traditions out there such as this, which were very much kept in the hearts of those in old Suffolk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.